What's up, Facebook? We're live with my man Taka from Billy Gina's Marketing.
Hey, how's it going?
So, the reason I want to go live and talk to this man is because 3 years ago, around this summer, I guess,
Probably.
he changed my life, changed my business, and honestly changed the trajectory of my employee's life and everything I've been doing. And I think it's an important message because a lot of times myself as business owners, restaurant owners I deal with, other business owners are apprehensive when somebody is talking to them trying to sell them something.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a perception you're selling me something. Had I not let you sell me something 3 years ago, my business would be a third of the size it is now. Actually, probably smaller. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be as scalable. I wouldn't have 12 people getting a paycheck every week. I would have the one still. And I honestly wouldn't have the life I have today. So one, thank you.
No, I appreciate
you doing your job. But you talk to a lot of people every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing a lot of them are apprehensive. They don't want to say yes because they feel like there's some catch or something. What do you do to overcome that? Or like what's in your mind when you're talking this? Because I'm guessing you might not realize this could be the next Matt Plapp whose company triples in the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, ultimately, first, it's you that made the decision, right? Like, we had a great conversation, but it's you that made the decision. And a lot of the times to really get up, dude, it's fear, right? It's fear of asking for help or thinking that you don't need it or thinking you can do it yourself and you're just not open to it because typically people are scared that they're going to get burned or they've been burned in the past or whatever the case may be. But almost always it's fear is like the biggest reason why people would decide like not to get help.
And I think there's an element of people not being open because they've had a bad experience with, like, especially in the advertising world, what I sell is that, I've already heard what you sell. I know what I'm doing. And I think back to when I have a unique background. From 99 to 03, I sold radio advertising. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we started our boat and RV dealership, and I left the radio business to run that. And I remember telling my friend Jimmy LaBarbera and then Doug Smith, who Doug just came on as my director of sales this week, everybody that calls me with advertising pitches, I'm going to talk to them because I know the power behind it. And I realized real quick that it was hard because there were so many. But I'll never forget this one instance. This guy kept calling me, and I thought he was trying to sell me something. I kept blowing him off. And it turns out, when I eventually got him on the phone, he was from the state of Kentucky, Fish and Wildlife. Mm-hmm. They held a buying show every year where all of the government agencies came in to buy their stuff for their divisions. And the one department they did not have was a company that sold the small, called John boats, fishing boats.
Okay.
And he's like, Matt, all you've got to do is show up, put the boat there, have the price out. They will come by and check off how many they want. At the end of the show, you'll have 20 sales. And I'm like, hold on. So you aren't, like, I was like apprehensive at first, but then I realized, like, had I not listened to his opportunity, mm-hmm. I wouldn't have shown up and sold those boats.
Yeah.
Had I not listened to your opportunity, I wouldn't have, because I remember it was a $5,000 investment, mm-hmm. and you did your job. You said, hey, I understand. You're apprehensive. It's $5,000. You don't know who we are. Why don't you do this? Why don't you spend $400 on the ticket to the meetup in San Diego? That's in about 6 weeks. Between then and now and then, here's a program we have called Clicks to Customers. It's $1,000. Why don't you buy the ticket, and in 6 weeks when you come to the event, you'll realize how powerful what we're teaching is, and you can make a decision at the event. We'll give you credit for what you did.
Exactly.
And like you found a solution, but I can't help but think about the power of that because I deal with a lot of restaurants, mm-hmm. and I'll get phone calls from some of them, or I'll stop in and talk to them, or they'll call you. I'll call them, and they always want to, they're so apprehensive to the opportunity.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that, people are so afraid to try new things, or in the case that you've been burned in the past, I've already tried that. Here's the truth. If you've tried everything, you'd be the most successful business because you've tried everything. Yeah. You've tried everything. So, it takes courage to try new things, but the more you try things, you find out what works and what doesn't work. So you just got to try new things.
And you were pretty new at the company back then.
Yeah, one of my first sales calls, learning from a man, Billy Gene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a fun ride.
And I can say, if you're looking for somebody, if you're a marketing person or you're a business looking for marketing help, these guys, talk to this guy, call them up. They're an amazing company to a point that when I showed up at the event yesterday, people are getting hugs from the staff and high fives and just the community, the relationships. It's more than helping you grow your business. It's a family.
Exactly. It's a family. It's a tribe. It's like you want to be a part of something, and it's great to know that. Like in entrepreneurship, Billy always talks about it, but it sucks to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Here,
It's a lonely business.
Yeah. Here, like you don't have to. It's like, dude, let me meet up with my friends, come to this amazing environment, and just like learn and grow your business and make more money at the same time, and that just gives you the freedom to do, whatever, have more choices, and it's awesome.
So if people watching this want your help, how can they reach you?
So 2 ways they can reach me. One of the best ways is probably my email. It's Takashi. That's spelled TAKASHI at askbillyjean.com. And Billy is spelled the way right here. That's how it's spelled. So Takashi at askbillyjean.com. Just send me an email. Let me know that you've been following Matt Platt for a while, and I'll be sure to take care of you and hook you up.
And they don't just train marketing people. Like this is the first event I've been to that's a little different in the past. This is probably my 5th Billy Jean event.
Yeah.
And the majority of the Billy Jean event in the past were marketing agencies. This one in this other room over here, there's about 25 of us, and there's a guy that works on pianos, a chef. There's 15, 20 different industries. You guys teach business owners how to sell more stuff.
Exactly. Selling them the skill set of customer acquisition. Dude, whether you're a marketing agency, a business owner, somebody that's just starting up and you have that entrepreneurship spirit in you, the number one skill you're going to need is the ability to bring a business more customers. You have that and you will always be fine. You have that, like, take Billy Jean for example. If you took away everything from Billy and he had nothing, 6 months, where do you think he'd be?
Oh, he'd be crushing it because he knows how to find people.
He knows how to find customers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He knows how to create an audience, and that audience becomes customers.
Exactly.
So cool. Appreciate you taking some time with me.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Boom! There it is.
See you, y'all.
Cool.